Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live stream this evening. AJ and I are both fresh off of cruises. Two ships just passing in the night, in the very, very, very late night getting home for both of us. Two o'clock in the morning for both of us on our last cruises. AJ, on your before I say hello to everyone, how was your cruise?
It was delightful. I really like smaller ships, and for a small ship, the food was pretty good on Star. The entertainment was much better than most of the small ships have. And it was pretty short, and it was cool to see Great Stirrup Key, how far that's come along. I didn't realize that they were building a water park there because I don't keep up
Yeah,
on anything.
they sure are. Yeah, so AJ was on Norwegian Star, not Star of the Seas. So that's awesome. All right, let's say hello to everyone. Fred and Lisa, hello to you guys. Your cruise is coming up right around the corner on the Silhouette, which we'll talk about tonight. Matt Ryan, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Luis, welcome to you. Hope you are doing well. Charlie, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a great day. Tom from Massachusetts, we sail out on Odyssey of the Seas on Monday. I hope you guys have a great time. The weather should be still pretty nice up here. We've had crazy, crazy weather this week, 80 degrees today almost. And then next week, back down to the 20s. Awesome. Good stuff. You are going to Portugal, Spain, and Gibraltar, which is amazing. That is amazing. Taking the Odyssey out of here for the season, which is fantastic. The Furies are here. Good evening from Brian, Jamie, and Baby James. Nice to have you back on a Wednesday. Less than 5 weeks to the Meraviglia. 2 weeks till baseball. What the heck are the Eagles doing? The Eagles are doing nothing. They're just enjoying the winter here. Eagles are doing absolutely nothing. And baseball starts in 2 weeks. It ends maybe tonight for Team USA in the World Cup because their manager didn't know they weren't actually in the next round. That's great. It's really, really great. So they're playing the Baseball World Cup right now, AJ. So Team USA played yesterday. I think it was yesterday or whatever. Or Tuesday, whatever. And their coach went on the radio in the morning, was like, "We're taking this game very serious, even though we've already advanced to the next round," when they had in fact not advanced to the next round, and then they lost. And now if Italy doesn't win tonight, they're done. So
I, I
it's
didn't
good.
know that there was a baseball World Cup. I thought there
You
was only a football.
you and everyone else probably didn't know there was a baseball World Cup. There is a World Cup. Uh, Nobody cares about it. I care. Some of us care. Who knows? John Rolltide is here. Hello, everyone. I'm on a quick Vegas trip, taking a break from gambling to watch. John, what are you gambling? What's going on? I had an interesting gambling week on the Silhouette. Tom Murphy, good evening to you. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Leslie Trent, welcome back after 6 weeks on the Epic. Leslie went through all the seasons while she was away. We went through feet of snow, Leslie, while you weren't here. You missed everything. Kathy and Tim, hello from the Luna. Kathy and Tim, have you guys been hanging out with Emma Cruises on the Luna? I know she's on the Luna right now as well. On the brand spanking new inaugural Luna. So fun. Bernie, 2 days until Holland, America. Bernie, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Denny B, hello to you. Welcome to the stream. Kathy and Tim said just turned midnight. Yeah, you guys are 5 hours ahead. That's crazy. I hope you guys are having an awesome time. I'm really excited for Luna. Very, very excited. Charlie said, "Am I the only one who can't see anything?" Charlie, I hope you are the only one that can't see anything. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, no one else has said anything. Deb Stein, hello. Welcome to you. Hope you're doing great. Kathy and Tim said, "Luna's great. Service is fantastic." That is awesome. So happy to hear that. Tony C, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Dominic is here. Hello to John and AJ. Hello to you. Lisa's here. Hello, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Rob Harvey here. Hello, Rob. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Felicia's here. Hello, Felicia. How are you doing? Lisa DeLuca, thank you so much. So great to be back. So great to be back after Celebrity. We'll talk about both of our cruises in a little bit. Doug is here from Massachusetts. Hey, Doug, how are you? Doug, I'm just waiting to hear back from Princess on all your stuff, and I'll send you the link tomorrow. I'm on top of that, just waiting to hear back. Laura Tucker, hello to you. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope is here. Hey, Hope, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. Katie Myers, hello. We were just on Silhouette November for Southern Caribbean ABC cruise and loved it. It is a beautiful, beautiful ship. We're going to talk about it. Kathy and Tim said, ship is beautiful, no problems. Just arrived for an overnight in Barcelona. Very, very nice. That is fantastic. I hope you have a great time. Kevin and Carrie Ann are here. Kevin, Carrie Ann, how are you guys doing? Welcome. Welcome to the stream today. Hope you guys are doing well. Michael Accardi said hello from Mike and Teresa. Hey, Mike and Teresa. Glad both of you enjoyed your cruises. We sure did. John said, before we talk about how great celebrity cruises are, I hate the NCL show charge. I'll lead with that, John. We'll talk about that in a sec. Kathy and Tim said, met Emma, also Mark and Rocky. That is awesome. I hope you guys are having a great time. Ask Emma if she would like to come on the live stream. Thanks. She has nothing going on. Her and her 500,000 subscribers. Leslie said, I can see AJ's beautiful blue hair. There you go. Yep.
Thank you, Leslie.
John said, I'm playing slots and blackjack. I haven't gone to the ATM yet, so I'm doing okay. It's good. Very good. Charlie said, fixed it. Going on Oceana next Wednesday. I know. Can't wait. I can't wait to hear all about it. It's amazing. Craig Custer said, hello from hot and sunny Tampa. Hello. AJ was just down in Tampa. Just got back from Tampa. So, yeah, we'll start with that little bit of cruise news that John brought up. So Norwegian Luna, which Kathy and Tim are on right now, on their entertainment, they are having a few shows, right? So they're having the Elton John show, which was supposed to be called Rocket Man, and now it's just called Elton. Sounds like somebody had a little bit of a copyright issue there. So they changed that. They're also a Cirque du Soleil show called Hiko, where they have a little character who's going to be around the ship, which sounds really fun. They have the Eagles. Sid Normans is doing an Eagles show now, not the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Joe Walsh, Don Henley Eagles. And then they are also doing the Rumors show as well, which is awesome. Sid Norman's going to have two big shows. And then they are doing this other thing, which is supposed to be this like nightclub extravaganza, which when you talk to anybody about Norwegian Cruise Lines, the one thing they will tell you is Norwegian Cruise Lines, really well known for their nightclub extravaganza, because everybody is out and about on Norwegian at like at least 10 o'clock at night. I don't understand it. They're doing this nightclub thing. It's supposed to be like a Vegas nightclub in the comedy club at night. And it's $45 a person. So they're charging $45 a person. You get 4 drinks and a souvenir glass for an unforgettable evening, which is going to be forgettable for 4 drinks. First of all, everybody's got the drink package anyway. Pretty much everybody does free at sea. So what kind of voodoo drinks am I getting for $45?
Like the ice bar.
Yeah, they're bringing the ice bar down. $45 for drinks and then a glass, which God knows when I'm traveling and I have luggage, the one thing I'm really looking to take home is glassware. I'd really like to throw glass in my luggage. It's always helpful. How about you give me a towel, like a souvenir towel to take home to cover stuff so it doesn't break, not a glass. But $45. I was going to ask, is there anybody here that would pay $45 to go to this Vegas nightclub? But I'm already aware of the answer, which is no. There's nobody here that's going to do that.
I would pay $45 to go to any nightclub.
I mean, look, back in the day, if you're in your 20s and you have some, disposable income and you're trying to get into the club and you have to do bottle service to get into the club, I get it. It's fine. And look, even on MSC, we're not going to talk about Grandiosa because, as far as I'm concerned, those carousel shows didn't happen. But the carousel shows on Merrifield that were really good, those are like $12 or $17, and you get 2 drinks, which are fine. And you could actually take 100 drinks; they don't care.
We saw it happen.
Yeah, we did see it happen. So for $12 or $15, that's totally fine. $45 is crazy. That's crazy. Even though like the ice bar is like $20, which is, a fun 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is. At least that's a cool experience. Whatever. We'll see what it is. I'm not a big fan. Greg Gooser, hello. Welcome to you. Dan from Cruise Tubers. Hey, Dan. How are you? Good to see you. Said hi, John and AJ. Howdy, Dan. Dan, how did your live stream go? Let me know. I was on my ship. Dan said on Encore they had an experience like this. It was a show with specialty drinks. Hard pass on that. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine for like 15, 20 bucks. All good. I'm in. I'll try it for 45. Hard pass. Lisa said, yeah, I'm going to pass on the $45 show. Dan said he's going to do it and report back. Dan, thanks for taking one for the team. Appreciate it. Let's hear all about it. Come on the live stream afterwards. We'll talk all about it. Kathy and Tim said they're not going. Maybe Emma Cruises will pay for you guys to go while you guys are on your cruise. Michelle Parks, sorry I'm late. You're never late. There's no late. It's here. It's always here. It will be on the internet forever until AI destroys it and kills us all. So let's talk about our cruises, right? So I did my debrief. AJ did her debrief. AJ got her debrief done really fast too. Both of us got them done really quick.
Mine was up the
yeah.
I did mine in the hotel room at the day.
So did I.
With the best lighting.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The lighting in the hotel was amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dan said, live stream went pretty well. We're kind of figuring out our setup. Same. I mean, I still can't get my internet to work right. It's only been 3 years we've been doing live streams. Yeah, it takes a while, Dan. It's fun. He said, you got yourself a deal. Awesome. Can't wait to hear about it. We'll talk all about it on the live stream. So celebrity silhouette. We're going to talk a lot about celebrity next week. I'm wheeling and dealing right now with our rep to try to get this sale done. So I think the sale is going to go something like anybody who books, it's going to be like a 2 or 3 day window. It's really hard to do like live bookings on the live stream. I would love to do it. I think it's exciting and fun, but limiting something to an hour is really crazy, trying to get people to book in an hour. So maybe we'll do something really special if you book during the live stream. But what we're trying to do is if you book something specific, you're going to get free prepaid gratuities, which is a lot of money. It's if you were to book in the retreat, or Aqua Class or anything like that, you're talking about a 7-day cruise. You're talking about over $300, or just about $300 you'll save. So we're going to try to work something out where you do that. And I'm also going to try to work out something where you get an onboard credit in addition to whatever promotions are going on. So we're going to work out some kind of celebrity deal for that. So that'll be great. Celebrity guys, I'll tell you what, I was on Summit a few years ago and I had a really nice time on Summit, but the ship was a little bit old. I was on there for 10 days. I also went crazy on that trip. I lost my mind a little bit for 10 days by myself. That was a weird experience, but it was really fun. And I had a nice time on Summit. Silhouette, man, it's a smaller ship with about 3,000 guests. It looked brand new. Like the ship was beautiful. Tons of things to do, tons of specialty dining, really, really great shows. I have to tell you, I was really blown away. The people were like a clear step up from Norwegian MSC Royal, like just a nicer group of people that weren't, you didn't have the issues that we all see on all the cruises. It was really, really nice. And it could be an isolated thing. It was a nice itinerary. We went to Key West, went to Grand Cayman, went to Cozumel. They're not fancy schmancy ports. It's not like the ABC cruises, which are really nice. But I had a really, really good time. The food was outstanding. Even the buffet, everything was really, really nice. Highly recommend everybody, not just because we're selling it, because we sell everything. So, God knows, MSC is great. Everything's great. We have a great time on every cruise. So I'm not over pushing celebrity. But I do think if you like Royal Caribbean, it really feels like Royal Caribbean, just nicer. It feels like a nicer version of Royal Caribbean. Again, you don't have all the bells and whistles. There's no ice skating. There's no aqua theater shows. There's no, Broadway things. It's not, and I love those things. I love big ships, but it's a different level, and it was really, really, really wonderful. I had a great time. I'm going to do a video sometime. I might have to push it out to next week because I want to do a good video, but I'm going to do a good video about the casino on board. I did get a free cruise on board. So Judy and I are going on Celebrity Beyond at some point. So we're going to do that, which is going to be great. So we'll do that. And then we'll see what else we have planned for the rest of the year or so. Kathy and Tim said the internet is great on board of Luna. That's great to hear. God knows that's great to hear. Jimmy C said, good evening from warm and sunny Staten Island. Good evening to you, Jimmy, as well. Jimmy, I have shirts for you guys I have to mail out. I apologize. They haven't gone in the mail yet. So they'll go out soon. I apologize. I have your fancy polo shirts. Jay Meyer said, haven't tried Celebrity Cruise Line before. You guys have to try it, Jay. It was really, really good. And you guys like all different kinds of things. You'll love that. You guys, Jay just got off of NCL Viva. Viva, Viva, Viva. Dan said, hit the like, y'all. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it. So, yeah, Celebrity, double thumbs up. AJ was on Norwegian Star, which was a little bit more of a booze cruise. She was on a 4-dayer, 3-nighter, 3 nights, 4 days, which is definitely boozy cruisy, but it was old people booze cruise, right?
So was it a 4-day or 5-day? Because it was Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night.
So 4-night cruise. Okay.
But like our 5-day on Prima seemed so much longer in a good way.
I don't know.
I don't know. Time was weird. It was good though. I mean, it was my first time being on a, well, no, not other than the Carnival one that we don't talk about.
Oh yeah, like a short,
like a short cruise. Little, yeah. And it was really interesting because it was a lot, like you said, a lot of older people. There were some college age people. The college age people were actually really quiet and like respectful in their drunkenness.
It was the olds.
The olds. They were the ones moving furniture in Spice H2O, leaving trash everywhere.
Yep.
No idea what was happening, but it was good. The entertainment was so much better than you usually see on older ships. The cruise director was fantastic. They had a lot of activities, which usually NCL
they're not great at that. Who was the cruise director?
She's a London cruise director.
Okay.
Like dark curly hair.
Yeah, I don't know.
Youngish.
Yeah, I think Norwegian has really after a year where I was really worried about their entertainment has made a really nice comeback.
Yeah.
With shows. They've been really, really good. Yeah. Charlie said old people. Just old people.
The weirdest and the only entertainment complaint I had, really, is that they had 2 craft sessions and they were both on the port. We had 1 port day, but they were both on the port day.
It's really weird, especially on Great Stirrup Key. It's really weird. Right? John said, does Celebrity upgrade the staterooms when upgrading the ship? It's horrible that Royal doesn't upgrade existing staterooms. I do agree. I think it's harder for Royal because there's so many rooms. Celebrity. So on Silhouette, the rooms all look Silhouette looks brand new. My room tour went out tonight, so at 5:00, so you can see my room. But the craziest thing about Silhouette is that they are completely refurbishing that ship in 2 years, because Solstice just got completely upgraded, which is that class, and all of the ships in that class are being upgraded. Reflection is next. Reflection's getting upgraded in January of 27, and they are completely redoing the ships. I don't know if you've seen the pictures of Solstice, but it looks amazing. So yeah, it's great that they're doing that. But yeah, they do upgrade the rooms. not. I mean, it depends too, right? It depends how old the ship is. On Silhouette, they upgraded everything, new TVs, new everything. The only thing that's not in the rooms, it's really difficult to retrofit power and USB because the rooms are prefab, right? So the rooms are like modules, like Legos that they stick in. So it's really hard to add things like power and USB and things like that. There are ways to do it, but I think they're going to do that in the actual refurb, and they did not do them on the last one, which was like a cleanup. So Dan said, what do you think about the leadership changes at NCL? I don't know. I mean, whatever they were doing wasn't going well. In the time from when Del Rio left, when things looked like they were on a good path and then weren't on a good path, and then Harry Summer came in, it looked like things were going to turn around. Then they hired the new CEO, and Aqua was like a disaster. Technology on Aqua, the launch of Aqua was not great. And Prima and Viva really turned out to be a weird class of ship that they're really struggling to recover from, where they made Aqua and Luna bigger, and then the next two, Aura, and the next one are going to be even bigger than that, because it just didn't work. Whatever they were trying to do just didn't work. It didn't resonate with people. People went from loving the Breakaway Plus class ships to like really not liking Prima and Viva, which in retrospect, the second time I went on Prima with AJ, we had a good time. I enjoyed Prima. It's quirky and weird. And there are some like, there's bad design choices, like some of the venues, like the Sid Norman's just outrageously too small. It's way too small. But it's a cool ship. And now Aqua and Luna, I think, are amazing. And I can't wait to see Aura. But I think something needed to change. I don't know if it's like, let's hire the Burger King Subway CEO kind of change. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. That leads me to believe they're going to drive profits harder, which scares me a little bit, because you don't want to lose the level of service, which is already not great, that we've seen with like each room steward has 550 rooms that they have to do. And I was on Celebrity, and I thought my room steward was great. He did turn down service at night, which was really nice, which they don't do on Royal anymore either. But it was really nice. I saw him in my first day. I got on the ship. I was wandering around, and when I got on, they were like, hey, feel free to just go down and drop your stuff off at the room. It's fine. And my room steward was there, and he was like, hey, my name's Herlan. I'm going to be your room steward. Here's when I'm working. I'm working from like 8:30 in the morning till 1 o'clock. And I try to do all the rooms during that time, unless there's some type of an issue. And then I'll be back from like 6 to 9 to do like anything I didn't get, and to do like turn down service. So I knew exactly the times that like there was a chance that he was going to have to be there. So whereas on Norwegian, and I said it in my review, I think, like, I'm afraid to go back to my room and try to take a nap or something, because I'm afraid they're not going to get the room done and I'm going to feel bad about it. So I'm avoiding it. Where on Celebrity, it was great. I knew the exact parameters and it worked out really well. But I think the leadership change was necessary. And look, Royal Caribbean drives hard for profit, and it doesn't hurt their quality of service for the most part. So, I mean, not that I think they're going to be as good as Royal, but who knows? We'll see. I just hope they don't ruin the brand. We'll see. Dominic said, AJ, what is old people to you? I mean, AJ's got a pretty good grasp of who old people are. These are drunken olds. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like late 60s were the youngest of the bad behavior.
Yeah,
It
that's
was like
wild.
70s.
That's wild.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, why are you still drinking that much?
That's
like
wild.
double fisting drinks on their walkers back to their table.
That's impressive. That's just impressive. They got to wash down all those meds. John said, I think Aura is going in the right direction, which is why we booked it. I agree completely. It's going to be bigger. I'm really excited about Aura. We shall see. Dan said, Prima and Viva sailing out of San Juan is great because most of those cruises are all port days, solves the issue with the overcrowding on the pool deck, in my opinion. I agree. The other thing I think people don't understand on Prima and Viva, which it's just a little bit of change of thought process in your head, is that on Prima and Viva, there's so much open kind of deck pool space on 8 that I don't think gets used enough because of how awesome Ocean Boulevard is there with the wading pools and all. So I think it's just something that people aren't used to as well, which is even bigger on Aqua and Luna. So, but I agree. Yeah, having more port days definitely solves that with their postage stamp of a pool deck that they have up there in Prima. The Prima pool deck is outrageous. It's outrageously small. It's crazy. Jay Meyer said, I agree with you on Sid Norman's. Just got off of Viva last week. Yeah, Sid Norman's, it's the size of my room that I'm in. It's like, this is my second bedroom in my apartment. It's Sid Norman's is about the size of this. Kathy and Tim said, Luna's so much better than Aqua. Service is much better. It's also the first sailing, which is probably why. That's awesome, Kathy and Tim. That's funny. Dan said another channel I followed did a deep dive on the new CEO and some of his actions with Burger King and Subway. Dan, what channel was it? Let us know. Let us know. David O'Brien managed to catch the live stream. David, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Really, really appreciate it. Kevin said, I feel like captains on Celebrity are very entertaining and into the guests. I totally agree. Captain on our ship was from Greece, and he was hilarious. Incidentally, he was almost assaulted by a young person who was tackled trying to run up on the stage, which is one of the funniest things that happened on my cruise. But yeah, the captains are very, very all around the ship, really into talking to the people, hanging out. Very, very nice. Really great. Charlie said on Holland America, I was shocked how many 70-plus folks were shutting down the music venues. I find that as well, too. Like, sometimes you go on these cruises, and I expect, you expect some type of bad behavior from younger people, right? It's just normal, what we expect. It's always the generations under you. You think, it's like every generation thinks the next generation's awful. But I'm telling you, some of those, and look, those are baby boomers, right? These are the people that, were at Woodstock, that were hammered and on drugs at Woodstock. So of course they're closing down the music venues. They're also all tech billionaires too. They were all about every free love and everything during the 60s. Now they're just keeping all the money, taking all the money from us. What are my parents? My parents aren't baby boomers.
The greatest generation.
No, they're not. The greatest generation is the World War I generation. I think my parents are the silent generation.
You're right.
So baby boomers are 46 to 64. What is before baby boomers? Baby boomers have all the money. They're the best. Yeah, my parents are the silent generation. 28 to 45, growing up during the Great Depression and World War II. Cautious, traditional, and civic-minded. Yeah, that's my parents. That makes a lot of sense. And then, yeah, the greatest generation is a generation before that. Dan said Sail Away is the channel. And then we're fully represented because I'm X, AJ's millennial. Sarah from our team is Gen Z.
Barely. She doesn't act like it half the time.
No, she acts like an old person.
We had an older Gen Z who acted more Gen Z than Sarah does.
True. Very true. Alex said, hey, I just joined. Any updates regarding the Philly port? See y'all soon. Nope. 0 updates, Alex. I don't think it exists. I went to the airport for my cruise, and when I was going there, I kind of peeked. I'm trying to figure out where everything is. And I peeked over there, and there's not a lot going on. And we have a month until the first sailing. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try to take a ride over there at some point. Let's do it. To try to see what's going on. Maybe we can sneak some footage before they kick us out of the port. But we'll try to get some footage and see what's happening over there. But not much. Doesn't look great over there. Dan said I'm ex-lennial. Yeah, you could be right on the cusp there of the different generations.
My sister and Kelly are.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yep, right on the edge. Jimmy said, how long did they give you in Key West? We were there all day, Jimmy. We docked at like 6 in the morning, and you could get off by like 6:45 in the morning. and we didn't leave until about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So, yeah, you were there pretty much all day. Enough time to like just go out and do anything that you wanted. I wandered around the whole city pretty much. I did the trolley tour, which I'll do a full video on. Tom said, we have all the money because we didn't waste it on $1,000 phones and home food delivery. It's so true. It's very, very, very true. It's very funny. Yes, that's why the baby boomers have all the money, because they didn't buy iPhones. They were owning the iPhone companies and selling them and not buying them, which is hilarious. And home food delivery, which is great if you really think about it, right? When I was young, my parents made dinner every night, right? It wasn't great. Sometimes it was okay. But they made dinner every night, whatever it was. Could have been spaghetti, could have been meatloaf, could have been Salisbury steaks, whatever it was from Hungry Man or whatever those were. Could have been all those. But think about how much those cost in comparison to ordering from like Uber Eats, and you're paying like $50 for delivery for dinner, easy, which is crazy. And then we all complain about how hard it is to afford things. Very, very true. Natalie, hello. How are you doing? We're doing well. We're hanging here. Natalie booked a cruise this week. Thanks for booking with us, Natalie. Appreciate it very much. Fury said, Jamie said, what is this Virgin thing about going to Brooklyn? I thought the port was closing for upgrades. So it's not. So there are upgrades being done at the port in Brooklyn. And there are also upgrades being done at Port 90 in Manhattan. So they are leaving. So Virgin is leaving Manhattan and they are going to Brooklyn. So as soon as Meraviglia leaves, Virgin is sliding into that slot. So the difference is Virgin's a smaller ship. It's a smaller ship there, so it's a little bit easier. They don't need to take up the whole pier where the upgrades and construction are going to be done. And again, I don't think that was the biggest part of them leaving. I don't think it was the biggest part of MSC leaving. I think they weren't getting enough bookings out of Brooklyn, and they can fill the ship in Miami. That's it. Plain and simple. I think it was a business decision, which is sad. Dan said Hungry Man and Stouffer's mac and cheese. Definitely Stouffer's mac and cheese and Stouffer's French bread pizza. Had those a lot growing up. Peter here and Peter said, hello, joining late. Yum on the Salisbury steak. We had Salisbury steak way too much when I was a kid. Way, way, way too much. Jamie said, wow, on the MSC leaving. I know, it's so sad. It's very, very sad. It's a sad state of the world. Then the other we had a couple funny cruise things this week, other than the guy getting tackled on my cruise. We had the grandmother of the wedding party that's going on Royal Oasis of the Seas, which we're doing our group cruise on in September. Still plenty of room to join us if anybody wants to join. They are doing a wedding. This girl is getting married there, and apparently the grandmother found out that they're getting married on White Night. So she went online and asked everybody in the Facebook group if they could not wear white on White Night and make it another night because her granddaughter was getting married. That did not go well for her on Facebook. Now everybody is wearing white, and people are trying to get wedding dresses online so they can do it. This poor girl's wedding is going to go downhill in a hurry. Also, tonight's drink is cherry fruit splash cherry ginger ale, which is delightful. If anybody would like to try, the flavored ginger ales are very good. Peter said Melinda is all about the Stouffer's. Look, I did try Stouffer's French bread pizza recently, and it's not as good. Also, it is so cheap to make French bread pizza. Judy and I make French bread pizza now, like once every 2 weeks. I don't know. We've made it twice. So we've made it a couple times in the past month. But you just get, it's so easy. You get a jar of sauce and some cheese and just a piece of French bread. It's so cheap to make. Make some French bread pizza. It'll change your life. And you just throw it in the oven. It's so easy. Put some pepperoni on there. And then the next day, you can use the rest of the sauce to make chicken parm. You too could be a baby boomer. Save your money, make food at home, sell your iPhone, use your landline, and you'll be able to buy a house. Stop messing around with the plan.
about getting a landline because Caleb wasn't answering his phone again. And I was like, if we
You
had a
guys are just,
landline,
you guys are just old people. You're just old people. It's so funny. It's hilarious. So we'll try to do some sale next week with Celebrity. We'll work something out, and then we're just going to try to be a little more ahead of the curve with some sales and different things that we have going on. So we're going to try our best to do that. Charlie said, "My 14-year-old has never heard of French bread pizza." You're missing out. It's a gem. It's a life gem. You need to just do it. Go get some French bread, get some sauce, some cheese.
especially when everyone likes different toppings.
Yeah,
And
so
not
easy.
just everyone likes different toppings. Right now, all three kids eat different pizzas, and none of them cross over.
Yeah, look, it's so easy. If you have a family of 4 or 17, which AJ does right now, you just get a full baguette and cut it into slices, chop them in half, add sauce. So we're doing a cooking channel now. We just have a cooking channel. And then add whatever toppings you want. You can do a white pie. You can do whatever. It's so funny. Alex said, "Why buy a house? Book more with John." Exactly. You can just go on more cruises. This is the real secret. This is what we're really teaching you. Life lessons so you can go on more cruises. So stop wasting your money on Uber Eats and DoorDash and put that money away for a cruise. Put it away to splurge on a yacht club or a retreat or a haven or whatever it is that you would like. That's the real life lesson. Tom said, "English muffin pizza, yum." Yeah, English muffin pizza too. Look, how easy is that? Bagel pizza. We'll talk about all the different ways. This whole channel is just going to be all the different ways to make pizza. Also, you can just make pizza dough as well, which is really simple. So you don't need much for that either. You need yeast and water and flour. Done. John said, "I'm very excited about the group cruise in September." So are we. I actually found out today that we didn't book AJ's cabin yet. So I have to do that. We still have plenty of group space. It's not a big deal. So, but I was like, AJ didn't have it in her portal. So we have to get AJ booked for the group cruise. But yeah, we have about 20 people so far for the group cruise. If anybody would like to join us on Oasis of the Seas out of Bayonne in September. So come join us. Dan said, "Redefining what bite-sized cruises means with the cooking channel." Yeah, we're all over it. We're going to do little bite-sized things that you could eat before you go on your cruise. We'll change it. It's so funny. That's what we need. That's what I need. I need another channel to maintain. It's great. It's a great idea. David said, "Have you seen any large wins in the casino on your days cruising?" I have indeed. So I've seen on Norwegian, I saw an $18,000 or $19,000 win. And on Royal Caribbean on Independence, I did really well on Independence. I won a good little chunk on mine, but nothing crazy. Somebody won a grand, like a grand prize, which was like between 50 and 60 grand, something like that. Those are the two big ones I've seen. Like, sometimes you just don't see them. Most of the time, I've seen a lot of people lose. Lots and lots of people lose. But on Celebrity Silhouette, the gamble gods were good. And I bumped up my tier, and I got a free cruise. So there you go. And this was a casino cruise. I was on a casino cruise for Silhouette, and now I got a casino cruise for Beyond. So
Just chaining your wins.
Yep, just tagging them all together. So I spent some money in the casino, and now I'm just going to be eating French bread pizzas for a few weeks. It's fine. All right, let's give away. What are we giving away tonight? Let's give away a bag. We'll give away one of our little bags, which I don't have in front of me right now because I just got back from a cruise.
I think mine is in that closet over there, but
whatever. It's all good. We'll give away one of our little string bags.
Come sail away, come sail away.
Tony Diaz. I didn't see Tony Diaz tonight, and I was like, "Oh, Tony Diaz is on the cruise." He's on a cruise with Matt Hochberg, the old Matt Hochberg from Royal Caribbean blog. Everybody's cruising this week. Matt's out there. I saw Lifewell Cruise was on Sun Princess or something like that. It was EECC Travels was on Sun Princess right across from me. Tony and Jenny were on a cruise for Jenny's birthday. I think they were on Princess as well. Everybody's out. Emma Cruz is on Luna with Kathy and Tim. She's following Kathy and Tim over there. All right. John said, did your points stay with Celebrity or did you add to Royal Caribbean? So hopefully I'm adding them to Royal Caribbean. I have a higher, I'm Diamond Plus over there. So I have a higher tier on that side. So it doesn't make sense because now I'm Elite Plus or whatever on Celebrity. So I added them to Royal. I think this is the one that puts me at Diamond Plus. And then once I did that, once I get to Diamond Plus, I'm going to sync Judy to mine. So she'll be Diamond Plus, which is really nice. Otherwise, I've been sneaking her into the Crown Club, which, I don't think anyone cares. We just walk in there for 2 minutes and have tea. It's not a big deal. Myers fam said merch drawing. Nice. Yep, we're going to do a little merch drawing. And Lisa said Apex was what Lifewell Cruise was on. Yeah, that's awesome. I saw some of their stuff as well. It's really fun. All right, let me pull up the old wheel. Here we go. Let's give away a bag. No sound tonight on the old wheel.
No?
No.
I probably messed something up.
Tom from Massachusetts winning a bag tonight. Congratulations, Tom. Good job.
I don't know how you remember everyone's names with the new tags.
You just get used to it after a while. It just starts sinking in my brain. So I'll try to send out everything this week. I have like 5 or 6 of them things to send out. I'll try to get all those done this week. We'll get that done. John said, can you use the app or website to transfer reports, or does it require a phone call? It does not require a phone call. It's just a form you have to fill out on the website. So if you go to, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Pulling it up to show everybody. All right, let me pull this up here. There you go. So you just go here, you go to this submit points choice request. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. I don't know what happened. What happened? Why? Hold on. Let me fix this real quick.
Because you pulled it up on stream. It was just like, doop.
It was like right there, and then it just like was like, no, thank you. Let me fix that real quick. It's weird. As soon as I went back to the screen, it worked fine. All right. So you just come here. As you can see, it's a little points choice thing. You just put in your information. You have to put in whatever brand that you're going on. You can do this at any time before your cruise or within 14 days after your cruise. As you can see here, sale dates through August 31st of this year. So you can put them in even if you're going in a couple months. And then it'll ask you where you want your points applied to and your loyalty ID. And then you just send it in, and hypothetically, it'll work. So that is how you do that. Tom, yeah, I have your address somewhere. If not, I'll reach out to you. No worries, I have your email. All right, everyone, that is it for today. Next week, I'll shoot something out ahead of time. We'll post on social media what we're going to be doing about the sale for Celebrity. I'm just waiting to hear back from our rep. So we'll take care of that, and we'll do that next week at some point. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I'll be live Sunday morning at 11 a.m. with cruise news. So we'll see everybody then. Everybody have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.